Okay, excuse me about that. Chapter 5.2 is fractions. And decimals. Fractions and decimals. Okay, yesterday we talked a little bit about rational numbers. And I wrote it this way. You can write it any way you want to. But rational numbers. And some of the rational numbers are terminating decimals and repeating decimals. Terminating and repeating decimals. I just abbreviated decimals. These are both what they call rational numbers. Let's write some examples of terminating and repeating. One number would be something like 0.625. Terminating means to stop. See that? It's a decimal, but it stops after the 5. Another one might be 1.04. See that? It stops after the 4. It doesn't keep going. Or let's say 0.68. These are all terminating decimals. They stop. They don't keep going. Okay, repeating decimals are ones that would look like, sometimes we'll put a dot, 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 meaning that it continues on. This can be rewritten, though. We can write this like this, 0.6 with a bar over it. And that means it just continues. So you can write it either way. And, I didn't have to write 3 sixes. I could have wrote 4 sixes. It doesn't matter. Okay, another example, maybe something like 2.727272. It keeps on going, dot, dot, dot. Another way of writing that same one would be 2.72 with a bar over it, because it keeps repeating the 7-2 over and over again. So these are repeating decimals. They're also rational numbers. Okay, next we're going to convert decimals into fractions. So let's say we have the decimal 0.6 or .6. Now the easiest way of doing this is whatever you see, you need to say it and then write it. So 0.6 is the same thing as, this is 6/10. If you were to say it in decimal terms, 6/10. So now you write it, 6/10. And of course that can be reduced. So 0.6 is 6/10, so you'd write it 6/10. And I know that, let's see, 2 goes into both of these, right? 2 goes into both. That would be 3 and 5. I usually always put a 2 there. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. All right, number 2 is 0.22. 0.22. So to make it into a fraction, just say what it is in decimal terms. That's 22 hundredths. 22 hundredths. So you put 100 underneath it. And of course, that can be reduced because I know 2 goes into both of those. Okay, so 2 will go into both of those. So let's see, 22 divided by 2 is 11, right? 11 times 2 is 22. And 50 times 2 is 100. Okay, 4.16. Okay, so you need to, after you write it, then you say it. That is 4 and 1600. 4 and 16 hundredths. Okay, but 1600ths, that can be reduced. Because I know, let's see, what number will go into both 16 and 100? First of all, I'll put my 4 there. I believe the biggest number that goes into both of those is 4. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 goes into 100, 25. So the answer is 4 and 4/25. Number 4, 1.003. Okay, that's 1 and what? 3, let's see, 10, 100, thousands. 1 and 3 thousandths. And that's how you write it as a fraction. And that cannot be reduced. But watch how I do this. If I take 7 divided by 9, okay, so watch this. I'll do 7 divided by 9, and I'll say equals, and look at that answer. Point, it's hard to see, but that's a decimal point there. 0.7777, it's just 7 repeats. So 0.7 repeating is the same thing as 7/9. Number 6, we have 0.34, repeating. Now, normally we would write this as 34 like hundredth, but because it has a bar over it, use 99. So just like with this one, with a bar over it, we use put a 9 down there. So if it has a bar over it, on this case, 99. Okay, now we have 0.63 repeating. So that's going to be 63 over, what, 100? No, 99. And let's see, I think that 3 will go into both of these. 3 does. 3 goes into 63 21 times, and 3 goes into 99 33. Can that be reduced anymore? Hey, yes, it can be reduced. Because doesn't... Oh, wait, I could have used 9. What am I doing? Okay. Anyways, I'll just do it one more time. I should have used 9, but I'll just do it 3 more times. 3 goes into 21, 7, and 3 goes into 33, 11. 7, 11. Yeah, rats. Didn't see that. I should have used a 9. 9 goes into 63, and 9 goes into 99. But I still ended up with the right answer. Okay, so we did decimals to fractions. And now what we're going to do is fraction to decimal. Fraction to decimal.